Hello, I'm Laurent Letzter and I'm the sales manager for LEMKEN in Canada. LEMKEN is a German company which is family owned and it's the 7th generation since 1780. We've done some big steps in innovation and tillage because LEMKEN is a real innovation company. We always bring a new product with a new technique on the market. For example, in the late or middle 90s, LEMKEN was inventing one-pass tillage, which was really a chisel, but you know a chisel never leaves the field level. But at that time, the innovation was to have a chisel that was leveling with discs and packing the ground. And that was the Smaragd. Smaragd actually was a name that was more common and more known than the LEMKEN name in Europe. After that, in 2001, we were one of the first ones bringing out the compact disc, which was innovative because instead of having discs on a gang, which allows you only to play with one angle, we had them independent on a bearing with a new angle that actually brings a throwing action and that allows the discs to not plug, because instead of having that clearance, you have a lot of clearance around the disc. So here in London, we're presenting the Heliodor, which is our smallest size diameter of disc that is specially designed for seedbed preparation instead of a cultivator. Besides the Heliodor, we also present the Crystal, which is the little son of the Smaragd, which is also a cultivator with a one-pass action. So after we've sold the Rubin for several years, we had a machine that was very versatile that the farmer could use in the fall, incorporating residue, and then in the spring again to do a seedbed preparation. Problem with that was maybe that sometimes when you work your fields in the spring, you want a wide machine to cover lots of acres and you want it very light so that a smaller tractor can pull a wider machine. So we created a new product, which is the Heliodor behind me, and some specs make it a real finishing tool for seedbed preparation, even if you can also use it to work some stubble in the fall. Everything else then corn stubble probably. So the idea is really to have a leveling bar, go on some plowed land, level the uneven or chisel plowed soil, level it so that your discs work about 2 to 3 inches deep and don't take too much power. After that, you take 2 rows of discs, and for sure the discs have to be independent to move a lot of soil not being deep. So because of the different angles, the discs fill up, throw a lot of soil, and with speed they get crumbled. And the real secret of the Heliodor is that those discs, instead of being on a spring or something very solid, they're on a leaf spring, which has the big advantage, which most farmers will know in the spring: you want vibration. This vibration is what really breaks the soil in finer particles for the spring. So you see, even with my arm, that vibration, that works for you as a tillage tool in the spring and breaks up. Sure, you can see the vibration constantly. That is really breaking the soil, and it's the same here. So the design of this machine is to generate and maintain that vibration while you're working. Like an Estine, that was always, all agronomists will tell you that you need that vibration to select some bigger particles on the surface to protect from erosion and from being drier, and then finer soil where your grain is. And that separation is made with the vibration. So the finer particles vibrate down in the soil where your seed is going to be, for better access to moisture and also better protection from erosion and dryness. And the last action of the Heliodor is that roller. It's actually packing. So usually when the soil stays a little uneven, if the disc haven't done a perfect job, those rollers will completely level it, firm it down to keep moisture in the soil in the spring once you're seeding. And you gotta imagine that the whole weight of the machine is sitting on those rollers. Compared to most machines, you know, where you have a spring to adjust the pressure on the roller, here it's not the case. Those rollers are 100% of the weight, and you set the depth of the discs with those rollers. So the Heliodor is a machine that we've launched in Ontario, let's say about 3 years ago. Right now it's really getting popular. We have reference customers, our dealers have some in inventory, and they can make demonstrations in the spring of 2016. So if you need more information, just come on the website. It's actually LEMKEN, LEMKEN.ca.
This video is brought to you by farms.com.